Hey guys, what's going on? Jerome here, and today I wanted to make a video about the 2015 Moto X and its features, and specifically the features that I use on the phone. There are probably a lot more features that are on here, but I don't really use them, and I just wanted to share the things that I use. You might find them helpful. They might be features that you have really never used before or never even seen before if you've never owned a Moto X. And I wanted to just show you how they work. Might help you sway on a decision on buying a new phone. So with that being said, the first thing I wanted to talk about was Moto Display. So there's a feature on the Moto X called Moto Display, and how it works is, let's say for example, somebody sends you a text message. When you get that text message, your phone will give you the notification, and then you unlock the phone so you can see who texted you, and then sometimes it'll show the actual text and you can reply back to it, or sometimes I think it'll just show you who texted you, and then you still have to open the app and unlock the phone and all that kind of stuff. But how Moto Display works is, and I texted myself just so I could show you guys, but how it works is when you get the text, the phone starts its quote-unquote breathing. And what it does is, in the center of the phone, it shows the time, and it shows like these little circles underneath that show you notifications of the app. So hopefully this shows up on the camera, but you can see it shows the time, and underneath it, it'll show there's a little icon for Hangouts, and then there's another icon, like a little baseball icon, that shows me the latest score for the Cubs game, because it's on right now. And so hopefully that showed. But how that works is, so it just breathes. So sometimes and I know breathing is a weird word, but it kind of just like goes in and out, and that's when a notification comes up. And how, a good way to describe how it works is, like, let's say I'm at work and I'm on my desk, or I'm at my desk and my phone's just sitting there. I don't even really need to look at my phone or unlock my phone. I can just look over, and if it starts breathing, it'll show me that there's a notification. And the best way to I don't know if you can see it from here, but how it works is, if I click on it, it'll show me who texted me. And let's say I don't want someone to see who texted me, I can just release the button and the text will go away. So it's one of those things where privacy is still a concern. So if you just wanted to check it, and I don't know if this is showing it here, but I can just click, see who texted me, let go, and then I'm good. And that way, in a lot of ways, that saves time, because you don't have to pick up your phone, you don't have to press the unlock button, and then put your security code in or whatever, and all that kind of stuff. You can just click it once, let it go, and then you're done. And what's cool about it too is, so if you click on it and you want to see, so for example, here's the Cubs game, and you can see it'll say the game's in progress. That's what it says. It's 0-0. And if I wanted to open up more info, I can swipe up, and it will show me more info on the game. And if I don't want that notification, or if I don't want to see that, I can swipe down, and it will just unlock the phone, so I don't have to go in that app. So it gives you the option of going into the app, or you can swipe down and just unlocking the phone if you really don't care. And what's another cool feature is, and I don't know if a lot of people know this, even people who have the phone, but when you have these notifications and you just want all of them to go away, all you would need to do is click on the notification and scroll to the right, or swipe to the right, and it takes them all away, and you can see now it's just the lock screen. So it's a really cool feature. So you can take them away, you can open the notification, or you can just unlock the phone. And for people who don't care about any of this at all, you can completely turn this feature off. You can even set it so that certain apps don't show. You can set it so your text messages don't show the actual text message. It'll just show who texted you, and that's another it's another good way for your privacy, and for people who need that kind of privacy. So it has a lot of features, and it's cool that it's there, because I don't think there are other phones that have that kind of feature. I think it's a very useful feature. It's one of the reasons I keep going back to Motorola, and it's one of my favorite ones. So Moto Display is what they call it. Okay, so the second thing I wanted to talk about was touchless control, and I think it's called touchless control. And so, when I made another video, one of my first videos, I know when I was showing the phone, at the bottom here, there are actual IR sensors. They look like little dots, and when I taped it before, they were actually lighting up, and it's just the IR sensors firing, I think, because it's always on, it's waiting for like motion. And I think there's an IR sensor on the top too. I don't know if there are two of them, I think it's just one, I'm not sure. But how it works is, again, let's talk about work or school. Let's say you're at your desk at school or work, and you don't know if you got a notification, but you don't want to bug anyone. You don't want people to think that you're looking at your phone. So because there's a motion sensor, all you need to do is kind of wave your hand over it, and then it'll show you your notifications right away because it has those IR sensors on there. And a lot of phones, actually I don't think any phones have that except for the Moto X. And so I just wave my hand over, and then that's it. And you can do it very discreetly if you don't want to seem rude or whatever. I'm not saying you should do it to be, to get away with checking the score of the football game or whatever, but it's a handy feature. You don't have to pick up your phone, you don't have to unlock it to check, you don't even have to unlock it to check the time, because when you put your hand over it, it shows you the time and it'll show you notifications. So that's another great feature that I love about the phone. And so the third thing about the Moto X is the voice, well, I guess maybe that's also touchless control, or voice activated control, okay, so I know a lot of Android phones now, you can say, "Okay, Google," and that will, prompt Android to have you ask it questions. But with the Moto X, there is an actual, I believe it's a chip on there, just for voice, a voice chip. So I don't know if voice chip is the right terminology, but I know that there's a feature on here that's always listening. So you can give it a catchphrase, and it doesn't have to be "Okay, Google." You can give it whatever you want. You can say whatever you want, as long as it's nothing too short, and I think if it's nothing too long. And I just did mine really simple, and we're gonna test it out here, and I'm crossing my fingers that it works perfectly. So you should know that it doesn't always work perfectly, but I want to show you what I use it for. So my catchphrase for it, I just said, instead of "Okay, Google," I did "Okay, Moto X," and it's not working. "Okay, Moto X." There you go. And when you do that, then it prompts you for, that's weird. It prompts you for for its question or whatever you want it to do. So just for example, I want to, like I said, I want to make this video on what I use it for. So sometimes, if I wake up in the middle of the night and I want to know what time it is, instead of picking up the phone, I can just say, "Okay, Moto X." When I wake up in the middle of the night, I say, "Okay, Moto X. Okay, Moto X. What time is it?"
The time is 7:29 p.m.
And so, normally it tells you the time, like it did now. But I don't know, that's not how I want it to go. But I'm not going to edit this because, one, I don't know how to edit, but two, it's important to let you guys know that it's not perfect. I know there are times that I was screaming at the phone and it's why are you not working? But that's one of the things I use it for, just to check the time. Sometimes when I wake up in the morning, I want to know the weather, so I'll just say, "Okay, Moto X. Okay, Moto X. What's the weather?"
It's 79 degrees and clear in Chicago.
Okay, so weather, time, sometimes when I cook, I have to boil something for X amount of minutes, so I'll use it to set an alarm. So, "Okay, Moto X, set an alarm for 2 minutes." I didn't mean alarm, I meant timer.
Okay, 7:32 p.m., setting your alarm.
Okay, so I don't want an alarm because I don't want that to go off. Actually, hopefully that's not going to go off. Let me turn that off just in case. What I meant to do was, "Okay, Moto X. Okay, Moto X. set a timer for 1 minute.
Okay, 1 minute, starting.
And then open the app, and you know the timer will start going. So that's a cool feature too. I use it a lot. Another thing I use it for is to actually open apps. So okay, Moto X, open Spotify. And the app should, yep, the app opened up. So I use it for that, and I'm trying to think. Oh, and actually, what I use it for the most, probably more than anything else, is GPS. So first thing in the morning when I get into my car, I say, okay, Moto X. Okay, Moto X. God. Okay, Moto X. All right. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Okay, Moto X. Navigate me to work.
Navigating to work.
And so it'll, there you go. Oh, wait.
Head east on West Wellington Avenue toward North Wolcott Avenue.
So like it'll start opening up the app and it will start navigating right away. It's a little embarrassing how like it's not working as well as I intended it to, but you know what, that's the nature of how it works. It's not perfect, and sometimes what it is, it's also the inflection in my voice. It's the way I say it. So on my last Moto X, I actually sang kind of a song to it because that way the tone was always the same, and actually when I did that, it worked all the time. I would say 99% of the time. I just did this because I didn't want to sing in front of you guys because that's not going to happen. But that's another feature I use it for. And then, you know, finally the last feature that anyway, so Moto Display, where it shows you your notifications without even having to pick up your phone. The IR sensors, where you can kind of just wave your hand over it and it'll show you the time, the notifications. The the touchless control, where I can just, everything's voice activated to open apps, to set timers, to tell me what time it is, to tell me the weather, to navigate me. And then the last thing, and I had this in my other video, are the gestures. And these gestures I don't think are on any other phone. So like, and again, I've done it before where I twist twice and it'll open the camera app, and then if I actually twist twice again while the camera app is open, it'll open the front camera. So it's pretty cool. You can just swap or switch it like that. And then the flashlight, so chop twice down to turn it on, chop twice again to turn it off. I'm glad that worked like no problem. So anyway, those are the features that I use on the phone a lot. Those are my favorite features. Hopefully some of this is new to you. If you guys have never seen how a Moto X works before, I don't know why that's there. It's a selfie that I took, and I hope that's not showing on the video, but it might. And anyway, so those are my favorite features. If you've never used a Moto X before, I hope this video helps you. Maybe it helps you decide on getting one, or maybe it might not because the voice thing didn't work as well as it planned. But I'm telling you, if you sing it a song, that's what helps me. That's what helped me get it to work most of the time. Anyway, these are the features on the 2015 the 2015 Moto X. Hopefully it was helpful for you guys. I think tomorrow is a week that I've owned the 2015 Moto G, and I'm going to do a week review on that. And then the day after, I'm going to do a review on the 2015 Moto X. So that should be it. More videos to come. Take it easy, guys. Bye.